show the policeman, that BSF man, the details, and he let me allow to enter the airport. And this has been done at the three stages, right?
Yes.
At the start, at the security checkup, and at the boarding time when we board, right? Now this same thing currently it is being done with the help of Digi Yatra. Earlier also the things are going on smoothly. Then why Digi Yatra comes into picture? Because they understood the pain that if someone is in hurry, he has to catch the flight, he has to stand in 15 or 10 line of queue, and until unless that verification, manual verification, takes at least 3 to 4 minutes. To 4 minutes into 15 people, it's almost you calculate the time, right? 60 minutes.
Yes.
But if it is being done with a kind of face recognition, then he will be able to enter. That 20-minute can be reduced to 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Then we are, so from a citizen point of view, 15 minutes has been
Hello and welcome to another episode of Seller Talks, where we bring inspiring conversation with industry leaders who are driving innovation, shaping ecosystems, and creating a meaningful impact. I'm your host Deepak Bajaj, and today we have an exceptional technological leader joining us, uh, Amit Chandra, a blockchain expert and digital transformation leader who has been at the forefront of shaping secure, scalable, and citizen-centric digital ecosystem across India. With over 18 years of experience, Amit has played a pivotal role in delivering large-scale technology initiatives across government and enterprise landscapes. His journey spans leading global organizations such as E&Y, IBM India, Entity Data, and Patni Computer System, where he has consistently driven transformation programs that bridge innovation with the real world impact. One of his most remarkable contribution has been leading the blockchain ready state. Again, I'm saying blockchain ready state initiative for the government of Rajasthan, where he worked closely with senior government leaders across departments like revenue, healthcare, finance, agriculture, police, and social welfare. His expertise spans blockchain, DLT, Web3, digital identity, consent management platforms aligned with DPDP, CBDC use cases, and sustainability driven innovation, making him a key force in building future ready digital ecosystem. Beyond his professional achievement, Amit is deeply committed to nurturing innovation and talent across India. As an advisor, speaker, and mentor, he actively supports startups, academic institutions, and innovative ecosystem, helping ideas evolve from concept to scalable impact. In short, his vision is very clear, leveraging technology not just for advancement, but for building trust, strengthening governance, and empowering citizens at a scale, which is very much needed for the country like India. I'm excited to explore his journey, his insights on policy led innovation, and his perspective on the future of blockchain and digital transformation. Welcome, Amit, at Value Seller Talks.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak, for this nice explaining about my career synopsis and giving an highlight about what I have done so far. It's what I will say that I haven't achieved the milestone so far. It is yet to go, but thanks a lot for briefing in detail. Okay, and it's always great to come into such kind of podcast which gives an highlight to the audience to see that what's going on into the current market, because by looking into that only they can go to the market and they can just uh, decide that what is good, what is need to be improved. So thanks for welcoming me to this podcast.
Thank you for your time. First of all, Amit, I know it's a very busy weeks for you, and we are planning this for many months now. But thanks for your time, first of all. And definitely, there are so many technical things which I'm very curious to know, and along our audience will also love to know about it. But
Thank you.
before we go into that mode, we all of us want to know that who is Amit Chandra
Hmm.
beyond a tech blockchain expert and digital transformation leader?
See, if you talk about who is Amit Chandra is something that who is passionate about learning new technology. Okay, so when I started my career, it's all about 2007. When I started my career, at that time there are not that much of choices in the technology oriented side. So I started at that moment. I started with mainframe technology, and after working for 10 years, I've shifted my career to blockchain technology, and that could only be done if you will be flexible enough to learn the new technology and grab the opportunity. Specifically, learning one thing and grabbing the opportunity is other thing. So, if you talk about who is Amit Chandra is something who is a technology lover, who want to learn the new things, who want to understand that what is going on into the market. I keep on updating myself based on the what's the market demand. Okay, and that is how, as a technology lover, we should proceed ahead. Okay, so if in a short I can say that me myself is something who is very much adaptability and very much flexible in learning new things. Okay.
Lovely, lovely. With the 20 years of experience, the most of the professionals they lose the interest of learning new things. Someone say they become old, someone say this will be done by the juniors. Now how you keep yourself motivated to retain that learning capability?
Yeah, so the motivation always come when you compete yourself with all the competitor who are there into the market. Okay, so
Hmm.
if you go through to the social networking site and if you observe carefully, you will get to know that there are a lot of things which are going on into the market. Okay, and when you come across this kind of webinar events, when I go to the colleges, okay, and I present as a speaker over there about the technology, I used to know that the student have lot of the ideas. Okay, they know a lot of things which they want to build on. Okay, so these kind of things always keep on motivating that, okay, if the student can understand the real problem of the citizens and the users, then why not as a professional we are. Okay,
Hmm.
along with that, when I meet so many people around me in all those events, there are a lot of learnings and lot of exchange of knowledge happened during that event. So that also keeps on motivating that, okay, these are the things which you need to learn, and this is the market which is going on. Okay, so recently I've started learning about the green energy. Okay,
Hmm.
CBDC, all those things are the new area which could be looked after. Okay, so this is the way it's keep on motivating me and learning new things into the market. Okay, when you
Hmm.
compete yourself with your own colleagues who are there and doing good job. Okay.
Right. Rightly mentioned. But I have a very interesting question now. When you're talking that you participated, participate in events. So nowadays the events are mostly surrounded by the Gen Zs, right? And they become more smart and smart. We all know, and with the Chat GPTs and the AI tools of the world, so they are have reached to a next level.
Yeah.
So how difficult for you to compete with those next fresh blood, which is emerging and which is becoming more smarter?
See, when I go for any kind of event, okay, I have attended so many event as a speaker or as a whatever faculty. If you
Hmm.
can see, it's a good word is of being in faculty.
Okay.
And sometimes this kind of questions comes that which are being asked with the help of AI. But we have to tackle those questions, because out of 100 students who are sitting there, there are only few five there are 10 members, suppose 10 students are there who are doing this kind of AI related things. But that is fine because the 90% of the students are there to learn the things. Okay,
Hmm.
and it is my job that if I give 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever the time I give over there, it's my job that I should share my experience with them. Okay, whether it is the personal experience, whether it is the experience about the technology, whatever, whether what are going on into the market, how they can pitch it into the market, what industry is looking for. So when I go to such kind of event, my focus area is only to those student who want to learn new things. Okay, it's all about learning. Okay, because whatever the age it is, I met one of a senior person who is of 75 to 80 years, and I am very much inspired by looking into that person, and that person wants to learn new technology. So if a
Mm,
75 to 80 years of person wants to learn a new technology, then we are still young as compared to
mm,
them. So those kind of things are motivated, and those kind of real stories, when I talk to the student, they keep on aligned what I am saying to the students. So definitely this whatever the chat gpt ai which has came, so it has make the work faster. but
mm,
uh, but the thing is that whatever the information which this ai tools are giving, you should have the understanding to know that what is wrong and what is right. Okay,
correct.
so if you differentiate between wrong and right, then you will be able to make a correct decision. Okay, ai will provide you the information, right, based on the data what he has, but
Mm,
it's we have to decide that whether to take those information or whether to improvise those information. So that is how I look after. Okay.
mm. Impressive explanation, because that
Yeah.
motivation of 75 years old person and the new flavor of Gen Zs who are coming with all these AI enabled tools. So
Yeah.
it's a very tricky balance, but I'm confident that the people are learning a great insights and the great experience which you have gained so far
So
in
what I believe is that you will not able to change anyone, right? We will not able to change anyone. We have to go with the flow.
the
Okay,
flow.
our as a speaker, as a faculty, as a I will motivator, or as a industry leader, my role is to make the maximum work done from the young generation. Okay, and I
Mm,
know that this young generation, whoever whatever the young they will be, if we motivate them, they will be doing the work. We have to tell them what is right and what is wrong. If they are doing any kind using any kind of ai tool for doing the work, then it is good, it is making the work faster, right?
mm,
But then also they have to be very much careful that whatever the data or whatever the work they are doing, they have to thoroughly check that one. Okay,
yes.
because it's all about a machine giving you something, and it's the responsibility of a human being to understand that whatever the data we are getting, it should be comply with the industry standard. Okay, so that are the things which need to be take care of. Okay.
No, rightly mentioned. And yes, that's a role of the seniors and the leaders like you to give the right direction and also enabling them to make them understand that what they are producing in the with the help of these tools should make sense, and
Yes.
they should connect the dots. So I love the concept of go with the flow. Thank
See,
thank
whenever
yeah.
I meet anyone, whether it is a colleague, whether it is student, whether it is junior, I always tell them that don't stop learning. Okay,
Mm,
don't stop learning. Whatever is there, try to learn that. Okay, whether you are going to accept it or not, that is different story. But at least understand about that, so that wherever you go, anywhere you go, when you sit with anyone, you will be having a little bit understanding about that. Okay,
right.
it's
Yes.
all about your interest, that whether you are going to whether you are connecting with that particular topic or not, but at least you will have an understanding of that. Okay.
Rightly mentioned.
Yeah.
Right. Now, with 18 years, it's a long time, right? And still, the lot of learning, lot of hand burning also, I must say, because the this is a roller coaster ride. Now,
Yeah, yeah.
I would really love to understand that what are the movements which has shaped your journey, as well as which shape your energy also, right?
Yeah.
Especially from a policy led innovation or the new technologies which we are talking about.
Okay. So that's a very good question. As I said from the starting of this podcast, that I have spent a maximum years working with mainframe technology. Okay.
Mm,
And while working with mainframe technology, at that moment, I came to know that data is very important. And mainframe is the only technology which is keeping the data in a safer way. Okay, because I understand the technology very well. I know that how the data is safe and why banks currently also using the mainframe technology. Okay,
mm,
but there are few things which market has to look after. Okay, because the market is also growing at that moment. So I shifted my career from the mainframe to the blockchain technology. Okay, so shifting from a technology uh, which is being there in for a many years, and moving directly to a technology which is into the market, new into the market, and this is for the year 2017 I'm talking about.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
So in 2017, I thought to move my career to blockchain technology. So that itself is a little bit challenging for me, because it's all about the changing the mindset from one technology to another technology. So I took it as a challenge. I studied a lot about the technology. At that moment, there are very few information into the market about blockchain technology. So I started with the Hyperledger Fabric. Everyone knows that Hyperledger Fabric is a permissioned blockchain, and from there I gained the knowledge of the technology. And it was when I was with IBM India Private Limited. My career has totally been changed when I joined government of Rajasthan. Okay,
mm,
I was part of ENY, and I have been given the responsibility to make the state ready, government of Rajasthan state ready in blockchain space. And Rajasthan was pretty new in this technology at that time. It's 3 years back. Okay, so I have been given the responsibility to how quickly the blockchain technology could be adopted into the state. So
mm,
when I joined, I learned a lot of things from all these senior bureaucrats, all the technical department people, official people. I understood that for every technology or every solution, how regulations and compliance are important. Okay, so we have lot of ideas coming in our mind. Okay, we think that this idea is good, that idea is good, but it's also very important to understand that if we are bringing those idea to a particular state or within the country, we have to bound that with the regulations of that particular country. Okay, we have to understand that what is the regulations. Okay,
mm,
without understanding that regulations, it always be an rework. Okay, so that was a great learning when I joined government of Rajasthan, where I got to know that policies, regulations are very important when you bring any kind of solutions. Also, the other thing is that how it will be benefited to the common people. Okay,
mm,
common citizens. So we have to think at the ground level. Okay, there are a lot of things which we are not aware of. Okay,
mm,
and every state has its own technology benchmark. Okay, few state are at the backward sides, few states are at the advanced level. Okay,
mm,
so what I understood from that is that if you're proposing some solution to a state, and we are bringing that same solution to the other state, before going to that, we have to understand that what is the level of technology understanding of that particular state. Okay,
mm,
without understanding, if we are approaching them, then we will be in a situation where we have to do a lot of rework. Okay,
mm,
because we don't know that what the level of work they have did so far in the technology. So that kind of learning I had, and there are a lot of things I have did in that span of time when I was with working for the government of Rajasthan. And if I talk about that what's keep on running, see, from starting my journey from 2007 till now, it is 2026.
yep,
It is, I think, 18 years of journey, and every day I'm learning new things. Okay, So the thing is that you will be getting lot of think challenges, you will be getting lot of ideas every day coming on. Okay, and if you will keep your mindset clear, you will learn a lot and you will be doing lot of things for the technology. Okay.
Yeah, no, impressive. Yeah, exactly. So learning these case studies of the government
Yeah.
and very important, which you rightly pointed, is the regulation, right?
Yeah.
Because to avoid the rework, it's always interested and important to learn the rule of the game, and this rule of the game comes from the regulations.
I will give an example. I met one of a technology leader, okay,
Mhm.
and they have developed one solution which is being adopted by a citizen at a large scale. I will not tell the name of that particular product, but it's a good learning for us also. So when I asked him that how you thought of this kind of product bringing into the market, and that has drastically changed the citizens' pain area. Okay, they really understand that okay, this product has a value and they are using this one. Okay, so how you did that one? That technology leader told me that we have did series of brainstorming sessions, okay, before coming up with the product. As a team they have did lots of brainstorming session within the team. They have gone to the ground level, they understood the people problem, and after that they come up with a solution. Okay, and when they come up with a solution within the when they release the first version, it was a I will say it was a maximum used by the citizens nowadays. So this is how the things goes on. And when you meet this technologies for us also when we are proposing solutions to the industry, we first look after that whether basically solving the problem of the users or not.
Mm,
It's basically solving the problem rather than technology. What I feel is that technology will come later on. First of all, we
mm,
have to the solution should be in such a way that it should solve the purpose. Okay, first of all we have to identify the problem, then we have to think that whether it is solving the problem or not, then only later at the later stage the technology will come into picture. Okay.
yeah. It's a very important message which you rightly mentioned, because now what is happening, and you will agree with me, that people become so technocrat that they want to bring technology and they feel very really proud about it, which is a good thing. But once you bring the out there, they're bringing a technology. Now they're putting a problem on top of it,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
It should be
yeah, yeah. So
vice
yeah, yeah.
versa.
That is something when I deal with the startups also. Okay, when I deal with the startup, when I give sections to the startup, I used to tell them that technology is something to support your solution. Okay,
Yeah.
technology is not something that you think of a technology and at the top of that you're building the solution. Okay,
Ah.
you have to first think that what is the problem. You have to do a work on the problem, you have to understand the ground reality of that, you have to understand the policies, regulations, and everything in that. After that you have to come up with a solution as a layman language. As a
Hmm.
layman you have to come up with a solution as a layman that how this problem could be solved with a solution. Okay, once that solutions come into picture, then after that you have to think that what are the technology can be used in order to support the solution.
Hmm.
Okay, and once you come up with that, then it's all about doing the development architecture and everything, right?
But with today, with the Gen Zs who has not seen the real world challenges, right? And most of them are getting the gyan from WhatsApp University or YouTube University, right?
Hmm.
So for this particular people, right, who have the potential, which we understand, who are creative, which we inspire and get them appreciated, but they have not seen the real world. They have not
Hmm.
seen
Yes.
the and it's normally saying that building something within the four walls, will is not readily accepted by the people who are outside and who are facing the real challenges. So just
Right.
throw some light on that, how they should
Yeah.
tackle this.
See, this could be helped in couple of way. Okay. I always compare where we are at the earlier stage. Okay. So at that time, we don't have that much of exposure of the social media. Okay. So what happened? This social media can be used in two way,
Mm-hmm.
either to watch movie, songs, or reels.
Mm.
The other way of using is to know what's going on into the market. Okay. And LinkedIn is the best platform for that. Okay.
Mm,
Now the second thing, once you have this social media awareness, that where to, whom to meet, where to meet, who is the technology leader, and I will tell you, there are so many peoples. If the student can reach out to them,
mm,
the industry leader will definitely help them. But the industry leader only want that whenever the student comes to them, they should do their homework first. Okay.
exactly.
Not that they one day they thought of this idea and they directly approach the industry leader in order to validate the thing.
Mm,
The industry leader job is not to validate. The industry leader job is to tell you that whether it will go into the right direction or not. Okay.
mm,
So there are so many leaders. I have been into the LinkedIn for a long time, and I have seen so many, including you also, and other leaders also, who are there and who are waiting. And that is why this video is getting recorded, or this podcast is getting recorded. This is for the student only, to understand that how they can bring value, right?
yes.
They have to think that what is right and wrong. As I said in my previous question, okay, you can use social media for watching movie reel and everything, or you can have the social media to learn new things. If you open LinkedIn nowadays also, you will get so many messages, right?
Mm,
And there are a lot of initiative which government is doing nowadays. There are a lot of hackathon is going on, right? This government department are providing the sandbox, so that you build your innovation on top of those sandbox, right?
mm,
Be a part of this kind of hackathon and submit your idea. Then you directly propose those idea to the authority. They will validate that one, and this is how you will be able to learn, right? No one will come to you, and because no one has that type of bandwidth, right? That anyone will come until unless they have been invited. Okay. There are so many college who are inviting the industry leader into their campus. Okay. And based on that, the students are getting benefit out of that. But there are other universities who are lacking on this, and I will request them to invite the industry leaders to their colleges, because that is how this gap will reduce. The academia and this industry gap will get reduced, because whatever the industry leaders know practically, that could not be fulfilled by a faculty member or a professor, right? They can
mm,
give them the knowledge of theoretical, but what's the market one, how actually the project happen, or how, whether it is right or wrong, for the industry leader, an industry consultant or a technology consultant will only able to tell. Okay. So for my message to all these youngster is to use the social media correctly. Okay.
mm,
Spend maximum time of your in LinkedIn. Okay. Try to evaluate LinkedIn. Go to YouTube channels. There are a lot of short videos in educations. There are videos in, you won't believe it, that this is something which I'm not supposed to say, but sometimes when I travel and it take maximum time to meet me to for me to reach somewhere, then I used to play a topic in YouTube. Okay.
mm,
Educational topic in YouTube, and I used to play that one, and I used to spend my traveling in that only. In that
yes.
way, I'm utilizing my time to learn a new thing. Recently I have studied couple of things about the digital asset, right? CPCB, how CPCB is working, pollution control board is working. That all things I have grabbed from this YouTube only. And once I grab this, I got a knowledge from this YouTube. I go to their website, I check that, and this is how I gain the knowledge. Because see, as I said that I have transformed my career from mainframe to blockchain, and that could only be happen when you will be very much flexible in learning the things. So my message will be that there are a lot of platform into the market, and the student also knows those platform. The only thing is that they have to spend the time. Okay. And they have to take participate in lot of hackathon, national level initiative which are going on, so that they will get that exposure, and they can write it into their profile. Okay. There are a lot of government training platform are there, learning and development platform are there. The money they are spending, lakhs of money which they are spending on on doing certification, they can get those certification in 3 to 4 thousands of rupees. So it's all about how what are what how much knowledge they have of the
Mm.
market. That's why I said na, keep on learning. Learning is not something that you are learning about technology, you are learning about market, you are learning about how you want to grow, right?
Interesting, because you rightly mentioned there are so many things available. Only thing
Mm.
is to go and identify. But before that, there are two factors: what you want to learn and from
Yeah,
where you want to learn. Right?
correct, correct.
And because otherwise, in today's world where the information is in abundant,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure most of the people, including me, I will be honest with you, we start from something on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Immediately we ended with something else, and it's
Yeah,
just a waste of time, right?
yeah. That happened because it's very difficult to keep
Focus.
on maintaining the concentration of particular topic, but that is fine. That is fine. That's a human tendency. But yeah, the thing is that whatever you do it honestly. Okay, do it honestly. If you want to go ahead with AI, then you have to understand that what AI is all about. Okay, if you want to understand blockchain, then you have to understand about what blockchain can do. And and technology is basically supporting the solution, right?
Mm.
A solution can be supported by cybersecurity, AI, blockchain, and number of things.
Yes, exactly, exactly. It's a very important part which you have mentioned is have a end-to-end view. If you have an end-to-end view, then you understand where these things will rightly fit into. And
Yeah.
obviously, there are 100% chances or 99.99% chances that the solution which you are building, at the first level, and the solution which actually comes out of the market, which is acceptable in the market, has a totally 180-degree shift. And with it's
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, that's a very very good thing, na, because I have been part of lot of incubation program, okay, where there are so many startups who bring up their ideas and they get evaluated by me, that whether this idea could be supported by this technology or not. Okay,
Mm.
see what happened that when I was with part of government of Rajasthan, I used to take so many solutions to my seniors bureaucrat, right? And they only ask one thing: is blockchain required?
Mm.
You just convince me that whether blockchain is required for this solution or not, because
Hmm.
I have my data center, I have my everything over here. You just tell me that, convince me that whether blockchain is required, and that convincing the bureaucrats very difficult, because they know the ground reality. They
Hmm.
know the ground reality, they know everything, and convincing them and giving them a right approach is something where you have to think of, right? You have to be prepared yourself, you have to grill yourself continuously that whether I'm thinking right or wrong. Okay,
Hmm.
because they will ask you a real question, what is going on into that citizen services, or what is going on into the state or the department, right? The same thing goes when we go to the private organization also, where with our solution they will also ask you the same thing, right? Whether the technology what you are proposing, is it required or it's an optional. So you
Hmm.
have to be honest that whether it is required or not. Fine.
Hmm. Hmm. And there's one more important part I want to bring. Like, if I would be the decision maker, and I will definitely say, okay, I love this technology. You have given me all the fancy thing, and I'm convinced that it is required, right? But the cost of replacing my old technology with the newer one,
Hmm.
will it make a business case for me? Right? And most of the ideas gets dropped, or maybe the founders or the innovators get demotivated when it comes to that, the cost of the change and the cost of the adoption.
So over here also, one of a very clever approach is that, if the customer has confidence on their product, okay, that they don't want to go ahead to replace the entire product, then one approach will be
Hmm.
integrating your solution to their existing product. Okay, whether if you think about AI could be integrated into the existing product, right? For that there is no need to build a new product,
Hmm.
right? It could be added as a features, right? AI could be added as a features, whereas blockchain, all the crucial data, all the audit related data, all those data which is being shared by multiple department, only the critical data could be kept on blockchain. So
Hmm.
while just providing a solution to a customer, it's very important to understand that whether replacing the entire platform is a good idea or enhancing the platform is a good idea. Obviously, enhancing the platform will always be a good idea, because in that case they have the client don't have to go that much of hustles, right? Because I have few of my example. When I was with when I was with IBM, there are a
Hmm.
lot of migration happens from mainframe to Oracle, and most of them get back out, because there are a lot of data and it's very very difficult to just moving the data from mainframe to Oracle to other technology.
Hmm.
So because the client does not want to take that pain, because data is very important, right? If it is get lost, and if the user experience is lost, then there will be a huge impact in the business. Okay,
Hmm.
so because of which so many rollout has been failed, and they said no, we don't want to go ahead, we will be keeping this technology only, and later on we will see that how to move to the latest technology. So
Hmm.
from there, I think the best approach will be understanding the client problem product wise, and then giving them a solution which will enhance their existing product rather than completely replacing the product.
Hmm. Hmm. Agree. I totally agree with you. Right. That's a. I'm sure that this topic will go on and on, but I want to take a pause here and move to the next interesting
Yeah.
topic. As your focus is building a citizen-centric digital solutions, and this sounds very exciting, but as a layman, and take my apologies in advance. If I say digital solution right now, what's the view to these? All are the digital solution, right? Maybe I'm using a Paytm or UPI. These are all our digital solution. So, what type of digital solution we are talking about, and how this new era of citizen-centric solutions will be different from what we are using today?
Yeah, okay, okay. That's a very good question. See, all the technology things, all the user or citizen centric applications are there, right?
Mm.
But there is always a chance of improvement into the existing application. Okay.
Mm.
Now, if I say, then we have our Aadhaar card, right? We have Aadhaar card, but you will see that there will be an offline verification of Aadhaar card. This is an enhancement to the existing application. Okay,
Mm.
there is UPI. We can withdraw the money from the ATM, right?
Mm.
We can
Yeah.
withdraw the money from the ATM. Earlier, what we used to do is that we register the account number of whom we are going to send the money, and then we transfer the money, right?
Mm.
It's basically hardly take 10 minutes to register IFSC code, MICR code, account number, the account number name. We do that one within 5 minutes, the setup done, and we are able to transfer the money. But then why UPI comes into picture? That
Mm.
is the question. The UPI comes into the picture because the technology leader thought that the user are going through lot of pain, because they have to remember this account number, IFSC code, MICR number, lot of things they have to remember. And if they are in an urgent, suppose they have to urgently send someone money, then from where they will get these details,
Mm. Mm.
right? So this is the gap what they have seen, and they
And
thought, yeah, they, yes,
and you are dependent on the bank also to get that
yeah,
account verified,
correct,
right?
correct.
Which will take another 5 10 minutes.
Correct. Correct. So what they thought, that remembering this five or six field is very difficult, and if there will be suppose 50 receiver, then how they are going to remember that one? So they
Hmm.
thought that let's come up with a QR code.
Hmm.
Okay, and in within that QR code, all the fields will be there, and if anyone will scan that QR code, all the fields will automatically get populated, and you will be able to transfer the
Hmm.
money, right?
Hmm.
From there, this UPI and this QR code comes into picture. My point is that already there is a medium through which we can transfer the money.
Hmm.
Earlier there was a checkbook, right?
Hmm.
Before
Yes.
that we have to go to the bank and we have to transfer the money with our passbook, and I think there was a paper where we have to do that
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah.
All
Mm.
those things are there for transferring the money. But then there is always a scope of improvement, right? And this improvement, as a technology leader or every student or any technology leader has to understand that where is the gap.
Mm.
If we are able to fulfill that gap, then there is a solution.
Mm.
Okay, so I have given you the example of how it come from checkbook to just
Yeah.
registering the account number, and then it comes the UPI, right? Now let me give you an example, a next example which is very popular nowadays. You have heard about Digi Yatra, right?
Yes. Yes.
Now what we have to do earlier, what we have to do is that we should have our boarding pass in our mobile, right?
Mm.
We should have our Aadhaar card. We stand in the queue. We just
Mm.
show the policeman, that BSF man, the details, and he let me allow to enter the airport. And this has been done at the three stages, right?
Mm. Yes.
At the start, at the security checkup, and at the boarding time when we board, right? Now this same thing, currently it is being done with the help of Digi Yatra.
Mm.
Earlier also the things are going on smoothly. Then
Mm.
why Digi Yatra comes into picture? Because they understood the pain that if someone is in hurry, he has to
Mm.
catch the flight, he has to stand in 15 or 10 line of queue, and until unless that verification, manual verification, takes at least 3 to 4 minutes. To 4 minutes into 15 people, it's almost you calculate the time, right?
Mm.
60 minutes.
Yes.
But if it is being done with a kind of face recognition,
Mm.
then he will be able to enter. That 20 minute can be reduced to 10 minutes or 5
Mm.
minutes.
Mm.
Then we are so from a citizen point of view, 15 minutes has been reduced, right?
Yeah.
So there comes the technology, there comes the technology and innovation. The same goes to CBDC. Okay, central bank of
CBDC.
digital currency. Central bank of digital currency eliminate the pain area of cross border payment. Okay,
Uh,
reconciliation process. Okay, now nowadays if you do a cross border payment, you should have a Swift account and Forex account. So many account you should have, right?
mm.
And it takes delay. It's take I don't know the number of days it takes to for the settlement between the bank, but it takes time. But with CBDC it will be done within a real within, it will be done at a real time. Although
Mm.
there is UPI, then why CBDC? Everyone will ask, na? If
Mm.
there is UPI, then why CBDC? This all these innovator are thinking in that way, that how to make the citizen centric services more efficient. It should, or how the pain areas should get reduced, right? This subsidy, there is a QR code based subsidy. It means that if you got a subsidy, okay, suppose a farmer has got a subsidy of 10,000 rupees to buy a fertilizer,
Mm.
right? Nowadays what will happen, that the subsidy amount will come to his account and a QR code will be generated. When he go to the distributor, he will only be able to use that 10,000 rupees for fertilizer, not other things.
Mm.
Earlier what he has to do is to he received the 10,000 rupees, he used to he use it for the other purposes also. Now
Mm.
he will be only able to use for the subsidy, right? So
Yes.
that is how the innovations comes into picture. When you understand the pain area, when you think of the citizens, and then only you will see that there are small areas which can make a big difference.
I love this idea because now the facility has been given, which is interlock for that particular use case, so that the misuse can be avoided. And I'm pretty
Right.
much sure there are so many such type of small loopholes are there, which
Yeah.
has lead to the loss of revenue big time for the
Right. Right. So as a technology leader, whether it is AI, whether it is, see, for AI, why AI comes into picture. Earlier we has to take lot of time to write the mails, write the para. So many time, the huge amount of time goes to document something. Now it's a fraction of second. You only have to review,
Mm,
right?
yes.
So that is how the innovations takes place. Okay.
Mhm. No, I also learned a lot of things, especially the CBDC as well as the QR-based subsidy. I think There are so many other innovations which has been coming up. But thanks for bringing these particular point. And definitely you, as you rightly said in the beginning, that you have to identify the problem. And here the
Yeah,
problem is the customer dissatisfaction, or maybe the
yeah,
loss of time, or loss of efficiency, or maybe I don't like to stand in the queue, right?
right,
So,
right.
so all are something related with either emotional
And
or
you will be surprised to know that nowadays you have heard about that fast tag, right?
yes, yes,
That fast tag is saving lot of time, right? Earlier we have to give the money to the toll plaza, they give us the receipt, and it takes lot of time.
yes.
Nowadays, it's basically a camera scanning, and the amount get detected from the account. You will surprised to know that now in malls also, shopping malls also, they have this fast tag.
Hmm.
They scan your car, you will be you enter that one, because no one has that money, 10 rupees or 20 rupees, to give it to the change, that
Yes,
change.
yes, yes.
No, currently everyone is going UPI digital. Who will keep the cash with them, right? So
Right.
earlier what happened, they come up with a QR code. We have to scan that QR code and we pay the money. Now they have removed that one also. They
Hmm.
just put a camera, it will scan your fast tag, and you the payment will be deducted from your account.
So yeah, so standing in the queues or the especially in the basement, and where the full mall is fully air conditioned, but the basements are smelly and
Yeah. So
very
that
humid.
that is how that one has to think that whether you are solving the real problem or not. Okay,
Hmm.
if you are solving the real, that's why. See, everyone has an idea. Okay, 100 people will have 100 ideas, but only out of that, only 5 ideas are executed properly. Correct.
Hmm. And that's where the leaders like you come into the picture to
Yeah.
handhold the people and to take the best out of them so that
Yeah.
the
Our role is
yeah.
to suggest that whether whatever you are thinking, whether you have did your homework properly or not.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Our role is not to hands on them and hands on, and then we say that okay, you use this technology. No, our role is that to tell them that whether you have done your homework properly or not. We have to grill them. We have to think that these are the area you have forgot to take care of. You should take care of before going into the market, as as an experience what we have, right?
Very well said. Very well said. I resonate with each and every word which you have mentioned right now, and these beautiful examples are really making a great use cases for each and every person. So thanks for clarifying that citizen-centric use cases or the digital solution.
Thank
Again, I will move to the another level of the understanding of policy-led innovation. So
you.
there are two things. One is policy means something which has been already a framework, but then it's come the innovation. So are we bringing innovation in the policy or innovation are frameworked in a policy? So just
No,
clarify
no.
that thing.
See, I will tell you. There are two things. One is that whatever innovation which we are doing, it should align to the policy of government.
Hmm.
Okay, that is one thing. Suppose, for example, I am doing something for pollution control board, right?
Hmm.
I have a solution that I can generate carbon credit solution I have. So we have to take care that whether it is aligned to the government policy or not, right?
Hmm.
All the calculation which we are doing, all the calculation based on that we are generating the carbon credit and other thing, compliance onboarding process of the industry, that should be as per the policy which are already been defined by the government. Correct.
Right.
One thing is that the policy which are already been defined by the government, and other thing is that for any kind of new technology, what could be the policy? Okay,
Hmm.
you might have seen that in for AI there are so many policies which has been brought by the government.
Right.
Why it is that for? It is because by looking into the policy, they will be able to develop this solution properly, so
Hmm.
that while developing the solution with the help of AI or blockchain, they should not be misguided, right?
Hmm.
They should understand the state policy. Suppose I am building something for government of Rajasthan or government of Karnataka or government of Maharashtra. First of all, we have to understand the policy for that particular department in terms of functional wise and in terms of technology wise. Okay.
Hmm.
In terms of functional wise means that if you're building something for education system, then we have to understand that what is the policy are there in terms of education at the central level and the state level, depend upon that whom you are proposing the solution, right? Apart from that, this is the domain policy, right? The other part is the technology policy. Suppose you are taking the help of AI, you are
Hmm.
taking the help of blockchain, you are
Hmm.
taking the help of cyber security, you are taking the help of cloud. An innovator has to check that whether is there any kind of policy available, and within that policy what are the things mentioned related to the technology. For
Hmm.
example, now you know that consent management platform, right? DPDP. DPDP is a kind of act which is a customer privacy, take care of the customer privacy, and the industry has to make sure that the customer data should be removed based on the client consent, customer consent. The organization will not keep any kind of data of the customer once customer says that I want to remove that,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? And government is very strict on this, right? So they have brought a consent consent policy. So
Hmm.
if anyone is developing any kind of consent management platform, or anyone is onboarding DPDP into their process, they have to understand that what is the existing policy, what are the things need to be take care of, so that later on they will not will when they go to the market, then they are fully prepared. They can say that we have bound with all the policies. Okay. And this policy is not for government, this policy could be for private organization also. Suppose we are just proposing our solution to a big company, that big company will also have their own policies, right?
Hmm.
And why policies are meant? So that the company should not be misguided, right? That's
Correct.
why the policy, it's the discipline which the company or the enterprise has to bound off. Okay. So
Hmm.
as a innovator, we have to understand that whether we are following the discipline which has been already written by the stakeholder or not. That is the only thing.
Hmm. Interesting. So yes, we have. So if the user want, they allow the others to retain their content. If it is they don't want, it can remove, and the platform providers have no right to stop it. And
Yes,
that's a very interesting move because generally, uh, ideally, it should be a user or content creator driven economy rather than platform
right.
providers economy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. See now, nowadays, I purchased my mobile. I have my new number.
Mm.
Within 5 to 6 days, I am getting promotional call. From where I am
Mm.
getting this promotional call? I don't know how my data is getting used.
Mm.
So
Or
there
leak
should be a
simply.
kind of policy where I know that where my data is being shared, right?
Mm.
If you open the DigiLocker, you will be able to see that whom you have shared your data. You can revoke that in the application. So that kind of mechanism or that kind of facilities government is providing to us, to the citizens, right?
Okay. It is very important because every day every person on this planet is maybe in India is getting at least 10 to 12 calls on an
Mhm.
average per day in the form of spam calls, right?
Right, right, right. And when you say them that okay, don't call me, put me into do not disturb, they will ask you to call the mobile authority and tell them to stop that call, right? Whom you are going to stop? How many numbers you are going to block?
No, no.
It's impossible.
I always tell, first of all, how they are getting the numbers, right?
Mm.
If someone, obviously, there are at least 5% of the people who are making these
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
as a block in the block category
So
or a
yeah, so
reporting.
why this is happening? Because in the current enterprise, in the current industry, there is no policy related to the sharing. There are policy, but that is not been followed so strictly, right?
Yes.
So policy means discipline for a
Okay.
company. Okay, whether it is government, whether it is private, that does not matter. Whether it is personal also, in order to learn or in order to grow, you should have a discipline, right? and discipline is a policy, right? It means that if I want to do a business with someone, then I have to follow all the discipline which has been pointed by those persons or the stakeholder. That is the policy, if you ask me. Okay.
No, 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 rightly mentioned and very well articulated also. Because discipline is considered as a policy,
Yeah.
and the example of consent management is a wonderful thing which you have given.
Hmm.
It's a needed in today's digitally connected world. So, totally aligned. And thanks for bringing this up. I have a very important curiosity, and other than I should say the question, I will put it as curiosity. That first of all, the world is not talking about the AI and AI, right? Now, immediately the blockchain name has also emerged, right? Now, you also created and led the initiative called Blockchain Ready State for the government of Rajasthan. So,
Hmm.
help us to understand that uh, how the AI is different from blockchain, and
Okay.
then the benefit of blockchain, and obviously an overview of a blockchain ready
Yeah,
state.
it's a very good question that you have asked me, and everyone should understand that these two technologies are totally different.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, I will explain this with an example. Okay, it's a very interesting question, so I will explain with it an example. So, suppose some data is there. Okay, a data is there into a database, and you ask AI that, okay, give me the data for 1 year, last 1 year, and let me know that whether we are in financial loss or gain. Correct. What AI engine will do? AI engine will go to the database. It will just search all the data. It will do the calculation. It will give you the result in a proper structured manner, right?
Yeah.
But who has that data in control? Suppose you are a third party verifier, right?
Mm.
And you are verifying the data of someone whose data you don't own, but based on data you are taking the decision, right? And based on the data what you are taking the decision, it can cost you in millions, right? Suppose, because based on that what decision you are going to take, it will either give you a profit, it will either give you a loss. So you're totally dependent on someone's data, right?
Yes.
And based on that, and you have the AI engine, you run that AI engine gives you a structured, very beautiful data, and you take your decision, right?
Mm.
Now, back of the mind, you will always be worried that whatever the data you are receiving, whether it is correct or not, right?
Mm.
Whether
Mm.
it is correct or not, there's the question. And over here this blockchain comes into picture.
Mm.
Blockchain comes into picture when multiple stakeholders are doing a business, okay, and they are sharing the data, right? So when multiple organization, they're doing the business with each other, they want to share the data, and based on the data they take certain type of decision, then obviously they will say that the data need to be secure.
Mm.
It means that whatever the data what they are saying, it should be proper enough, right? There should not be any kind of update in that once one decision has been taken. Okay.
Mm.
Then
Mm.
only the business will able to take a correct decision, right? But normally what happens that when there is money, the trust, there is a lack of trust always, right?
Correct.
And if the data is owned by you, if the data is owned by a single entity, then it is not a problem, right? If the data is owned by a single entity and that entity is doing the business with himself, then that is not a problem. He can include the AI engine and he can get the report and all the things will be done properly, right? But if the business is between multiple organization, or
Mm.
if the organization is very big where different departments are involved,
Mm.
and every department has their own database, right?
Mm.
In that case, there is always a trust issues, and
Mm.
because of this trust issue the reconciliation process happens, the audit happen, right? Why audit happen? Why the auditor is required? See, we have to understand that why a auditor is required. The auditor is required at the end of the, I think, 6 month, 3 month, or 1 year, is to verify or to match the ledger, right, between
Mm.
the companies. Why that is required? If everyone trusts each other, then why auditor is good? That is the biggest question, right? Because no one trusts each other. They
Yes.
want to tally, they do the business, but afterward they want to tally that whether the whatever we are doing in a correct manner or not. So the one organization give their ledger, the other organization give their ledger, the third organization give their, and the auditor used to tally, and then they come up with a report and give it to all the organization that okay, what is wrong, what is right, what is the balance and everything, right?
Yes.
So this is happening because of trust issue, because the data are being fragmented in different databases, and because the data is not reaching to the organization at a real time to make the decision. That's why, right?
Mm,
When this is the case, at that time blockchains come into picture. What
mm,
blockchain says that we are doing a business for a common purpose, right? We have a ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is that our product should reach to a customer. This is a goal. Our goal is that all the department will be working together so that the company will grow, right? Or all the organization will come together for a decision making process, right? For by which we can make a correct decision. So when all the organization comes into picture, they have to maintain that kind of trust. And how they will main how the trust will comes into picture, the trust will comes into picture with the help of technology,
mm,
because we are keeping the data into a database. So with the help of technology only, we will have to make sure that the data is secure. And over here blockchains comes into picture. Blockchains
mm,
come into picture when there is an ecosystem where there are multiple organization, or within the organization there are multiple department, where there is a trust issue, where there is a traceability required, where there is no kind of transparency, right? When these are the issues, then blockchain is best fitted into that ecosystem to make
mm,
the data secure, to provide the data at a real time, to provide the traceability within one click, to provide transparency at a real time, right? So this is where blockchain will work. Now, within that organization, you integrate AI. AI
mm,
will what AI, whatever the information you will get, either it is getting from the Oracle database or blockchain database. It does not matter for AI. Correct?
mm. Right. Data is data.
Data is data. So AI is for decision making, providing you a data in a structured manner at a real time, whereas blockchain is something where the data is secured, the
Mm,
data to which the organization can trust, the data which is which can be tracked, which can be transparent, which are traceability, and that can be provided at a real time. So we have to understand the difference between this technology. AI is to make your work easy as a user experience. Blockchain is to make your server more secure, more secure as compared to the traditional database. Blockchain is more secure, and where the data will be kept securely and trusted manner. You can trust the data basically. Okay.
mm. So, before we talk on the blockchain state, right? Now, today there are trillions of data, right? Means that there's unlimited data right now. Now, to make a give a trust factor or the seal of trust for each and every uh, data source, right? It will take so many, I
Yeah.
think, decades, right?
Yeah.
So, what is the strategy for that?
Yeah. That is that's exactly what should be the question, that what will happen so millions of data. See, as I said, it depend upon use case to use case. Okay.
Mm,
Not all use case will have AI useful, right?
mm,
AI will not be useful for all the use cases, right? Neither blockchain can be useful for all the use cases. It depend upon scenario to scenario basis, what the problem we are trying to solve. Okay,
mm,
I'm not saying in our earlier discussion we have said that mainframe to Oracle, right? That example I've given, that the data need to migrate from mainframe to Oracle, and because of which it fails and the migration did not happen and that project goes cancelled, right?
right.
After that, I have given an example that from that what we can do is API as an integration, only keeping those data into the blockchain which are critical for the company in terms of audit trail.
Mm,
Not putting all the data into the blockchain, that is not a good idea. Putting only the critical data into the blockchain based on which the crucial decision are being taken.
mm,
If I give an example, my data is with a bank, right? Are all the data important? No. My address is not that much important, right? My date of birth might not be that much important. What is important, what might be the important is my account number, right? If there will be account number, my name is also not important, that much important, right? Account number is directly linked up with my name at their database, right? So all this information which are very critical in terms of making the decision or building the trust, that could be put into the blockchain. For example, out of 100 fields, we can keep 10 fields into the blockchain,
Mhm.
and we can use the approach API AI based approach. It means that the data will be there at off chain, the data will be there at blockchain only, and from blockchain, the decision making data will come up to the leadership so that they will
Mhm.
take the decision. So that is how the approach should be, rather than replacing the entire backend database or system, enhancing the database to keep certain amount of data into the blockchain. So
Mhm.
it all come with the consultancy or the brainstorming session what goes on during the requirement gathering phase. Okay.
Mhm.
Which comes on that which data is important, which data is required for the trust factor, what is required for the audit trail. Then all these points comes into picture, and based on that the entire solution is prepared and the architecture is defined.
Mm. Yeah. And first of all, thanks for bringing that clarity that what is the difference between a blockchain and AI, because there are so many audience who want to understand that gap, because the explanation in the very simple language is not available anywhere. So thanks for bringing that particular point, and definitely the challenges which you have observed, that not all the data points has to be given a
Yeah.
the trust stem. But one thing which we still want to know about blockchain ready state, what exactly is that?
See, blockchain ready state is a term that when see what happened that there is always first step everyone has to take, whether it is a human being, whether it is a state or country or in the world also, right?
Mm.
Okay. So when I talk about blockchain ready state, what does it mean? Is that making that state ready in a technology where they will be understand that how this technology will be useful to them.
Hmm.
Okay. Now what has happened that when we have got this project, okay, at that moment every nowadays also everyone relates blockchain with cryptocurrency.
Hmm. Yes, typical
Everyone
relation.
thinks that blockchain is cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency is blockchain, and if you don't trust cryptocurrency, then we will not trust blockchain, correct?
Hmm. 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 Correct.
So this is a problem which is everywhere. Everyone will relate with me,
Hmm.
correct?
True.
So first of all, as a technology leader, my role was to break this barrier. Okay, that cryptocurrency is not blockchain and blockchain is not a cryptocurrency. Blockchain is a concept, whereas cryptocurrency is an outcome of that concept,
Hmm.
right? Blockchain is a technology and cryptocurrency is an outcome of that technology.
A product.
And
Both
that
of
can
them.
only be done with the lot of awareness session and meeting with the people, right? So what we did is that we made so many bureaucrats, we meet so many technical leaders over there. We sit with them, we make them understand about the technology. Most of them are aware of the technology, but we told them that based on their department how the things will work on. Okay, and once we have did so many sessions over there, awareness session, we I have taken around more than 1000 or 2000 government officials. We have taken sessions for them, okay, on a batch basis. So first of all we have removed the barrier of understanding of the blockchain technology. Once the officials are aware of the technology, then we come up with different kind of use cases. When we explain them the use cases, they understand that whether it is related to the department or whether it will add value to not. Because as a technology leader, we also don't know that if you're proposing any kind of use case, whether
Hmm.
it is relevant to that particular department or not, right?
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
could only be done by the domain expert or the person who are working on this particular department. So we used to sit with them, we do a brainstorming session, and after that we come to know that whether it is relevant to them or not, right? So slowly and gradually, and how we will prove that okay, blockchain technology is something which is really helpful. We
Hmm.
used to do pilot projects for them. We
Correct.
present the pilot. So what happened that with this series of activities, okay, from taking awareness session, developing application, meeting the officials, explaining them, slowly they are able to understand about the technology. And at one point, one of a department is the agriculture department, and they have decided that they will go ahead on moving one of a solution into the blockchain. And they said that let's go ahead with the fertilizer, okay, fertilizer
Hmm.
license into the blockchain. Okay, so that is how that particular project moved into the blockchain, and that is how the state has been ready into this technology. So it takes around it's take a time, but now I can confidently say that the state is working very good in terms of blockchain technology. There are solution around for agriculture. There are solution around Jan Aadhaar. Jan Aadhaar is basically it's a kind of citizens' identity in Rajasthan. Okay, Jan
Hmm.
Aadhaar, and there are other areas where where they are working on. So that is why I'm saying that ready state. Okay,
Hmm. Lovely. I'm pretty much sure there are so many use cases and
yeah,
uh,
there are many use cases. There are many use cases, but the thing is that we also have to understand that what is the priority of the government at that particular stage, right? Because there are a lot of things goes on which we as a normal people don't understand, right?
hmm.
So we have to respect those, and go and I will say, I will surely say that whether it is government or private organization, all are doing a great job to bringing new talent into the market. Okay.
So, and I agree. Yeah, these initiatives and these thought processes and execution plans are something which is really, really admirable, and we are seeing the results as of now.
Yeah, yeah.
The adoption of technology, and India is becoming the topmost player in data consumer as well as data producer as well. Uh,
Yes, yes.
in the interest of time, I would love to ask the last question. And there, in this question, I would like to give you a magic wand, and
Mm.
so that you can do a transformation of the system, the governance, digitally. So, if this magic wand is given to you, so what you like to implement immediately?
What would I like to implement? Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Okay. So what I would like to implement immediately.
Yes.
See, if you ask me that what I want to implement, I will implement something by which the student will be benefited. Okay. Because
Mm,
I have seen, I have been interacting with the student for a long time, and I have seen that there is really a gap between the academia and the industry. Okay, the students are getting understanding about the technology in terms of theory. They understand the technology, but they don't have the understanding that how actually it is being worked at the industry level, practically how it is getting implemented. Because whatever they are studying, whatever they are coming out, they are thinking that it is proper and it will have a huge success. It is
mm,
only the industry leader who can come together and give them a right path. And I have been interacting with the academic peoples also, and they are also telling the same, that they have the theoretical idea of the technology, but practically it is something, or the industry something is a challenge. So if you will ask me that what I am going to develop soon, I am going to develop a kind of ecosystem of industry leaders, where all the industry leaders on different domain or departments will come together, and that will be a kind of channel where the students can come and come up with their problem, and this the industry leader will help them to solve the problem. At least they will
mm,
help them to show them the roadmap. Because these students are the next brain. Okay, and it's our duty to provide them a correct roadmap, and if we will be able to provide them a correct roadmap, then we can develop n number of technology. You might be seeing at new technology which is being developed in India. Okay, so it's all about that how much exposure they are getting. Okay.
Mhm. So it's a very important thing because although the everyone is having a smartphone and a reliable connectivity, but still the gaps always remain the gaps, right?
It's all about the design thinking. The design thinking curriculum is something which should be taken care in a regressive manner, where the student could go to a design thinking platform, right?
And it doesn't happen alone, right? The all
It's a
the
group.
curriculum creators as well as the industry leaders and academic leaders. So they should all come together, understand what is going, and then it should be a reverse engineer rather than the what is other than the copy paste
The
approach.
student wants to learn. I will tell you, I made the tier 1 student, tier 2 student, tier 3. I've gone everywhere.
Hmm.
Everywhere I have seen the same thing, that they are curious to learn new things, but they are not able to understand that how this particular technology are being adopted
Hmm.
at the industry level, enterprise level. Okay. So and see, with few of the members going to the college and giving the session will not help. It's basically a combined effort of academia and industry, right? Where they will come together, and they will come together, arrange such kind of sessions as what you are doing, which could benefit the students, right? And more or less it could be a kind of live sessions where they can ask whatever the questions they have.
And it more focused, more theme based rather than just giving a two of the overall universal gyan in the 2 hours
Ha,
when
ha,
you
yeah,
give
yeah.
them.
Universal and yeah. See, something I said in my, as I'm saying, because in my earlier conversation I said that before joining the government department, I have lot of things in my mind. But when I joined, I found that okay, the thing, whatever the idea, what we are thinking, we have to first think that whether it is aligned with the policies and regulations or not, right? So
Exactly.
this kind of learning you will get only when you will face the ground level challenges, right?
Yes, right.
So it's all about that how much challenges you are facing, then only you will be able to learn. Otherwise all the things will be theoretical only. Everyone will say that okay, implementing this is very easy.
Mm.
Implementing the things are very easy, but bringing that one to the market as per the customer expectation is very difficult.
Yes, yes. And now you are actually having a battle with those customers who don't know whether this thing is meant for them. So for them it's a totally new. So
Yeah.
the here the adoption is the biggest challenge rather than the implementation, right?
Yes.
As you rightly mentioned, you met with thousands of leaders, and some of them know few things, but most of them are still unaware. And
Yeah,
blockchain
yeah.
is a cryptocurrency,
So
right?
it's obvious. It's
Right.
obvious, Deepak, because what happened that they are not into this technology. So how they will be aware of that? They know about this technology, but in detail they will not be aware of. Right. For
So,
example, if I want to work something on banking, I
hmm,
don't know the core banking. I don't know how it is working. Right. I
right.
know I know the technology, but I don't know how core banking works on.
Hmm,
So
hmm,
for that, I need the core banking domain expert, right? So it's all about that. In order to implement something, everyone has to come together, right? It's not something that one day I think of that I want to implement this, and I implement it in 5 days. That's why it is taking time, right? So
hmm.
it's a collaborative effort of coming the domain people into the same place. Domain, technical people, business people all should come together, and then only a product is built for the customers, right?
So, agree. I totally agree with you. And yes, the gaps which you have rightly identified, it's something which is more crucial at this moment because we are in that era where the next generation is, talking something different because of the tools and the people like us, they who are still running the out of the mill programs and the schedule which we have, traditional schedule. Yes, automation is there, but this automation in a right direction within the right guidelines is something which is required in this world.
Correct.
So
Correct.
thank you, Amit, for bringing all these insightful. I love your firm belief of the learning should not get stopped. 80 years of old person who is still want to learn, curious. The blockchain ready state. This is something which I heard first time. QR enabled the subsidies. There are so many things, and I'm pretty much sure there are so many interesting topics which we have not covered. But yes, and thanks for bringing that AI and blockchain clarity. And any last message which you want to share with our audience on this podcast?
See, first of all, thank you, Deepak, for inviting me for this podcast. And whatever the question you have asked, they are really practical. Okay. And based on my knowledge, I have given the answer to them. And hopefully, it will be helpful for the audience. If you ask me one message, I will say that uh, it's never be late. Okay.
Mm,
Whenever you are going to start, you can start, whether you are an experienced resource, whether you are a fresher, or whether you are at a middle age. I have given you example of one of a respected person who is at 75 to 80 years and he is learning new technology. So you can see the amount of dedication that person has. So this kind of peoples are motivator, and all these people are around you. Look after them, don't get demotivated, learn new things. There are a lot of area where you can work on, whether it is blockchain, AI, cyber security, or it is non IT.
mhm.
So it's all about that, how much knowledge you are gaining, because once you have the knowledge, you will be able to you able to take a correct decision that whether you want to go ahead with it or not. Okay. So don't listen to other, learn yourself, read yourself, and then only you decide that whether to go ahead with or not. Blockchain is a booming technology. Okay. It is going to make a drastic impact into the market. Okay. There are a lot of news which are coming. AI has already built his market, okay, with the help of solution which are there into the market. But first and foremost thing is that one individual technology will not able to change the market. Okay. All this technology will be working together, providing the solution for the citizens. So my final message will be that keep on learning, keep on experimenting, be on social media, learn more, connect with the industry leaders, go for the YouTube and learn as much as you can. Thank you, Deepak. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Amit, for your precious time.
Thank
If
you.
anyone wants to learn and wants to connect with you, what is the right way? Which channel?
So
Which?
they can reach out to me. See, mostly I always be in LinkedIn. Okay.
Uh,
So they can reach out to me in LinkedIn. They can search for Amit Chandra blockchain. They will get me in LinkedIn.
I will
And
tag
they
you.
can, yeah, they can directly connect with me, and they can, whatever I can, I will help them a lot. I will help them. Okay.
So thank you so much. And to our audience, now, if you have any queries on related to the blockchain or any governance or anything, so you know who is the right person and who is the technical expert into that domain. So Amit is available. You can ask your questions, connect with him. He is full of knowledge and he has the full insight is what's going on. So make the best use of his experience. And the best part is he's always helpful and available. So thank you, Amit, once
Thank
again
you. Thank you.
for your time. And until next time, this is Deepak Bajaj signing off. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye.